I'm JT, and this is my story. Growing up, I didn't have a bad childhood. I was pretty lucky. I lived with my grandma because my dad was actually in prison on a explosives charge. He found a bomb on one of our old farms, and when he went to turn it in for them to defuse, they arrested him for it. It was actually a false charge, but no one could prove that, so for most of my childhood, he was in jail and I stayed with my grandma. In 6th grade, I started to get hateful and I would slack in my school. I was quiet, I didn't talk to people anymore like I always did. I lost some friends and things only got worse when I found out that my mom had cancer. She fought with the cancer for 6 months to a year before she ended up passing away. In 7th grade, I was still really hateful. I was mean to people. I would tell off people for looking at me wrong. I just thought that everyone and everything was out to get me. And I made one friend in 7th grade, my friend Nate, and I made him through the band program. And one night he told me, hey, there's this group, Wildlife, there's a club tonight and you're coming with me, no choice. And I had nothing better to do, so I thought, well, I might as well give it a try. Right off the bat, things were interesting. It was loud and energetic, which I was not. I never did any sports. I wasn't a sporty kid. I liked quiet, I liked my room, and when I got there, it was just different than what I was used to. So we played a lot of games, and it was a lot of fun because it was close to Halloween, and we were all in our costumes. We played a big old game of hide and seek all around the middle school. And then the volunteer game started, and my friend Nate, who had dragged me there mildly willingly, raised my hand for me when they asked volunteers, and Joey Craig pulled me up on stage and said, you get to sing the Barbie song. When he told me to sing it, I didn't know what to do, so I sang the song, and I sang it all the way through. And even as horribly embarrassing as that was, I still go to club to this day. Towards the end of club, the leaders get up and they give us a talk about God. And at first I thought, this isn't real. This couldn't be true. Why would someone with such powers of healing, let someone so important to me die? I really didn't believe anything they said up until about 7th grade camp. And when we went, I opened my eyes because I realized how much happiness there really was in the world, and I realized what God had provided us, and it made me realize that maybe He is real. Maybe what He's given us is a good thing. In 8th grade, I was a lot happier. After the camp, I realized that God is an amazing person, and He worked on me so much. He renewed my faith in humanity and made me realize that there is good in the world and that I should be a part of that good. Towards the end of 8th grade, I started to have nights where I would just break down crying, and I didn't know why. And then I realized it was all the bottled up anger and sadness I had from when my mom died. And it was just a realization that I needed to just let go of all of this. So I gave my anger and my sadness to God, and He took it full-heartedly and has made me a better person going on into my high school years. I love our leaders because they can relate to us. Like, when we have the gamers nights for all us guys, they'll be right in the middle of it, playing games with us and learning and just having a blast. And they're what makes the club so much fun, because they volunteer their time and their work schedules to make this club what it is for us. And just, it's amazing that they would be willing to give up so much time just for us. The leaders, they love Jesus more than they love us. But we benefit so much from that by how much time and care they put into us to make us who we are. I want to say thank you to each and every leader in Young Life and Wildlife for just digging me out of the hole of despair that I was in and making me the actually happy-go-lucky person that I can be today. They did all of this for me because they wanted me to see the love of Jesus. Going into high school, club has only gotten bigger and better because before there was only the 7th and 8th grade. Now we have all 4 years of class, and it is just an absolute blast to come and hang out with all my friends, upperclassmen and lowerclassmen now. It's crazy with how many people we can manage to fit into this room. I love Young Life, but more than that, I have to say I love the leaders. One of my favorite leaders, Joey Craig, is a little kid in a big man's body. Thanks for making an impact on my life, and thanks for listening to my story.